about?
Hey, she noticed us. Sweet.
Who taught her about bravery.
Karate! You want some of me?
And start working together.
The only way we're gonna beat them is as a team.
You two go ahead and beat them. I think I'll just escape.
Wiki hii kwenye mkulima tumejikita mizizi hapa Mathare, ambapo tumejitosa katika kilimo cha mboga na pia ufugaji wa mbuzi wa maziwa.
After high school unapata hakuna opportunities hapa nje. Enroll kwa colleges, mkitoka bado mnaangaliana hapa nje. So nakumbuka hiyo wakati tukiwa bado si wachanga, rais yule alikuwa wakati huo na alikuwa anahimiza kwamba vijana waweze create opportunities au wenyewe nao serikali itakuja kusupport. So hizo ndio ideas zenye tulika chini tukaona wacha tukue na kitu yetu yenye itatupeleka to the next level badala ya kutegemea saa yote tukililia serikali.
Usikose kujumuika nasi siku ya Jumamosi saa 10:30 upate uhondo kamili.
Autism is not a disease. It is a neurological disorder. That means that the brain of the individual we're talking about is working at a slower pace, and with intervention and support, they're able to live a near normal life.
With my son, I came to know about it at around 3 years. So it took time for me to...
Everything small that you gain, especially for the parents, celebrate the little milestones that you achieve, and then celebrate your child, let them feel appreciated and loved.
The least we can do as a society or community at large is support, but also be very understanding, because autism is actually an invisible disability.
Father, you will conceive and give birth to a son. Call his name Jesus.
The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because he has chosen me to bring good news to the poor.
Not my will, however yours.
I understand that many have already hailed him as king.
Is it with a kiss that you betray the Son of Man?
Then take this cup from me. Not my will, however yours. Yours be done.
King of the Jews?
So thank you very much Ulambana to join. This is the Easter special na tuko hapa glorifying the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords.
Unajua Easter, unajua ni Jesus alikam na akadudaia juu ya sin zetu.
Autism is not a disease. It is a neurological disorder. That means that the brain of the individual we're talking about is working at a slower pace, and with intervention and support, they're able to live a near normal life.
With my son, I came to know about it at around 3 years. So it took time for me to...
Everything small that you gain, especially for the parents, celebrate the little milestones that you achieve, and then celebrate your child, let them feel appreciated and loved.
The least we can do as a society or community at large is support, but also be very understanding, because autism is actually an invisible disability.
3 minutes past 1 p.m. You're right on time for the day's reports, including general news and sports. This is Lunchtime News. I'm Doreen Arange. Byron Abuli is our sign language interpreter. We begin this live broadcast this Saturday with some sad news, where a middle-aged teacher was shot dead by an armed gang who also robbed her of 200,000 shillings she had just withdrawn from a local bank. Rosalinda Akenya's family has urged police to speed up investigations and bring the culprits to book.
A somber mood engulfed the homestead of Kaunga's secondary school teacher and businesswoman Rosalinda Akenya following her tragic death at the hands of unknown gunmen. Eyewitnesses say the gunmen could have followed Akenya from a local bank where she had withdrawn 200,000 shillings before attacking her and stealing the money.
Watu walimwajaka wakitoka wapi, nikachukua pikipiki sokoni, kufika kwa msichana wangu, kweli nikapata ameshafariki. Wamemfunika, wanataka kumweka kwa ambulance. Wakachukua mtoto wangu, wakapeleka mochari. Sijui nini litendeka.
Amekufa kile ambacho sio chake, kifo ambacho sio chake, kupigwa kwa mdudu wa bunduki, jambo ambalo hajai pitia.
Her family regretted the void caused by the crime and petitioned the authorities to conduct investigations and ensure justice is done.
Naomba wananchi mahali popote wako watusaidie, watupatie majina ama wa alert always. Mzee wake pia ni mwalimu Budonga Secondary. Kuna wakati alikuwa hijacked akitoka bank akapelekwa paka Shaya.
Locals accuse police of sleeping on their jobs and allowing criminals to wreak havoc on them. Isufar reporting for Lunchtime News.
Indeed, may justice prevail. Moving on, the Kikuyu Council of Elders has expressed concerns over what they termed as the politicization of corruption, calling instead for adherence to due process and the rule of law. Their remarks follow the arrest of Kiambu Governor Kimani Wamatangi on charges related to financial and procurement irregularities amounting to a staggering 1.7 billion shillings.
The elders who gathered along the Nakuru-Nairobi highway after offering prayers, possibly seeking divine intervention to resolve the misfortunes surrounding Governor Kimani Wamatangi, delivered a message to the political class.
Kwa hivyo sisi tunapinga kama ni siasa, watu wa EACC na wale wengine wote waondoe siasa katika mambo ya corruption. Tungeritaka corruption ipiganwe nao na tuwe na zero tolerance to corruption, lakini isifanyike kama ni siasa.
Sheria inachukua tu mkondo wake. Kama mtu amefanya ufisadi, astakiwe. Kama hajafanya, asizingatiwe, asidhurumiwe, asistakiwe kwa uongo. Kwa hivyo tuangalie, isiwe hiyo mambo ni mambo ya siasa.
They emphasized their unwavering support for the fight against corruption, but stressed that it should not be weaponized for political gain.
Ufisadi inamaliza nchi. Kwa hivyo tunapinga, lakini tunaendelea kusema isiwe ni siasa inaletwa Kiambu ili ionyeshe kama watu wa Kiambu na kiongozi wa Kiambu ni mfisaji.
Governor Wamatangi is currently embroiled in a 1.7 billion shillings graft case. According to the EACC, a raid at his home resulted in the seizure of 12 million shillings. He and several senior county officials are also accused of conflict of interest in procurement, with 230 million shillings misappropriated in the previous financial year. Wamatangi has defended himself, claiming that his arrest is part of a political witch hunt. Mariambo reporting for the Lunchtime.
Elsewhere, women from Marsabit County have been urged to champion climate justice by taking part in decision-making and leadership among their communities. During a training organized by Defenders Coalition in conjunction with Pastoralist People's Initiative, the participants noted that women, especially in Global South, are often the most affected by the effects of climate change, as they are often responsible for gathering food, water, and fuel resources that are becoming more scarce.
Nyuma yangu
ni wamama wa kutoka maeneo tofauti tofauti ya Marsabit wanalipokea kwa furaha, na ya kwamba wanaweza kuhusishwa sasa sana sana kuelewa maneno ya climate change ni nini. Issue moja ambayo ni kubwa sana hapa ni maneno ya carbon markets, carbon credits, conservancies, land zao, wanaipokea kwa furaha sana.
Tumeweza kuelewa mambo ya climate justice na tumefundisha wamama on advocacy ya waweze kuelewa mambo ya climate justice kama women human rights defenders, na siku ya leo pia tumefafanua zaidi.
Farmers and members of Baragwe Coffee Cooperative Society in Kirinyaga County have lauded the Kenya Kwanza administration for its efforts, including coffee reforms and the steps taken to eliminate cartels in the industry. They believe these measures have led to a significant increase in farmers' earnings in 2 years. The government has disbursed 4.3 billion shillings to Baragwe, the largest coffee cooperative in the region.
For many years, coffee farmers and cooperatives have expressed frustration with the dominance of coffee cartels in the country. This has forced farmers to hold on to their produce, leading to losses and continued frustration. The narrative has, however, changed for farmers and members of Baragwe Cooperative Society in Kirinyaga County.
This year we are so happy because the rate was so good. Our salary was paid on time. So everything was good. And we had a morale, we were motivated. This year we are so happy.
Joseph Gishoya, a retired teacher turned coffee farmer, noted that reforms like the direct settlement system put in place by the Kenya Kwanza administration have played a key role in streamlining the sector.
We have what is even called the DSS, direct settlement system, whereby our coffee is now sold directly to the importer, so that therefore by eliminating now the what you can call the middleman who used to take bigger chunk of our proceeds, now farmers can reap a lot of profits. The coffee reforms have given us, they have taken us a notch higher in coffee prices.
Baragwe Chief Executive Officer Cyrus Chomba said the government's efforts to eliminate coffee cartels have yielded positive results.
What I would like to urge the government is to look for more market overseas, because once farmers are paid well, definitely even their livelihoods will improve.
The government has also been commended for helping farmers access subsidized fertilizers and pesticides.
Our farmers are working hard to go even internationally due to the assistance they are being given from the government of our Kenya Kwanza, because we are getting subsidized fertilizers, pesticide, insecticides at a lower price.
The initiative fosters inclusive economic growth and job creation through the bottom-up economic transformation agenda. For Lunchtime News, I'm Christine Matunda.
And as the Easter celebrations continues, members of the Orthodox Church held a procession along St. Anne Roy Orthodox Valley Road in Nairobi County to mark Easter Holy Week. The procession was led by His Eminence Archbishop Andreas Makarios, who celebrates his 80th birthday today, alongside Hellenic Republic Ambassador to Kenya, George Siakas. During the event, Archbishop Makarios urged Kenyans to embrace love and peaceful coexistence. He also expressed gratitude to Orthodox faithful who have been observing Holy Week since Monday, encouraging them to continue praying for the nation.
Amen.
This is a very good lesson for each and everybody of us in this country of Kenya, to the politicians, to the leaders of the churches, that all of us, we belong to Christ. And for this reason, we should embrace one another. So we should take that message of unity and peace among ourselves.
And that story now takes us on our first break. Plenty more on the other side, including sports. Stay put.
Father, you will conceive and give birth to a son, and you will call his name Jesus.
The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because he has chosen me to bring good news to the poor.
Not my will, however yours.
I understand that many have already hailed him as king.
Is it with a kiss that you betray the Son of Man?
Then take this cup from me. Not my will, however yours. Yours be done.
Are you the king of the Jews?
Dear girl child, mwanaume akikuja kwako atamepata jiko, mwambie we ni gas na utampatia pressure.
Ananipenda leo kuliko jana.
Ajira ni swala wazi ama ni swala ambayo ni la hakika baada ya chuo kikuu. Je, ni kweli?
Fisadi umekita mizizi katika nchi yetu, ambapo lazima mtu yote anapotafuta ajira lazima aweze kumonga au kumtilia pondo mwajiri ili aweze kupata ajira.
Unaweza kuwa umekamilisha chuo kikuu na ikawa nadra kujiajiri mwenyewe.
Nomino zinazozingatia sauti guna.
Nomino ni pa.
Jangwa.
Jangwa. Kanusha.
Sisi si wanafunzi wewe.
Upande wa darasa.
Sisi ndisi wanafunzi.
Umenoa.
I alone was just wondering who is that? Who is that beautiful lady? So I checked. I saw who it was.
So can we now be more, deeper friends?
The brother was kept in the cold, in the freezer for 3 months.
And here he is with a ring. And I was like, wow, okay.
The dad was a tough man. The first conversation I had with him, do you know what he said? Hii mchezo ya panya na paka sitaki. He took his bakora and I was out of the house running for dear life.
So I was there. I was ready. But I kind of didn't expect that.
I love you even more than we first met.
You are such a darling, such a good, caring husband.
Welcome back. We continue to inform you, and our traders at Gatukuyu Market have expressed their satisfaction with the ongoing construction of a modern market facility, a project being implemented by the State Department for Housing. According to the traders, the completion of the new market will greatly improve their working conditions by shielding them from the harsh weather, including scorching sun and heavy rains. The traders, however, are concerned about the ongoing tussle between the Kiambu County government and the national government over the management and implementation of market projects. Gatundu North Member of Parliament Elijah Njoroge Kuriam, who toured the site, called for unity between the two levels of government. The market is currently about 30% complete, with the ground floor fully constructed.
Soko yetu ambao tunajengewa na Rais William Ruto na Department ya Infrastructure. Niseme asanti kwa sababu imeenda vizuri. Nitakuwa na gorofa moja na imefanywa mpaka hapa sasa. Gorofa ya kwanza imemalizika. Tuko kwa kiwango cha pili ndio tumalizie, alafu tujenge shades na wauzaji wetu wa soko ya Gatukuyu waweze kuingia kuuzia hapa. Nishukuru watu wetu kwa sababu wamevumilia sana hata kuwa na mvua na matope, lakini tuko katika kipindi cha mwisho
ndio waache kuuzia kwa matope.
Kwa maoni yangu ni heri tuendelee na serikali kubwa, kwa sababu serikali kuu iko na manufaa na tena inaharakisha kuliko county government. So tunawapongezi national government na tunawaambia tuko nyuma yenu. Tulikuwa tunaona ni kama tumekufa moyo, but for now tunashukuru our government.
Mimi ningesema wache furugo, tunataka maendeleo, tujengewa, tukue sawa, tuache furuga, kwa sababu furuga iwezi saidia. Afadhali tuone kitu kile unaambio na kuletea hii kitu Mama Samii kusaidie, hiyo ndio inafurahia kuliko furuga. Furuga ina maana.
And a section of coffee farmers in Kiambu County have opposed the new regulations that provide for payment through M-Pesa. The farmers who met at Ndumberi Stadium said the new model will cause the collapse of societies and factories. The coffee farmers also want all coffee farming activities, including the disbursement of subsidized farm inputs, be decentralized to the factory level for easy reach.
Nini iko complicated sana na waziri, unajua tukisema mambo direct settlement system, kama ni direct indirect, sisi tunataka kuwa quality ile. Waziri alikuwa anasema yani direct sio pesa 100%. As per the law it provides that a minimum of 80% must go to the farmer, na mimi naona hiyo ni sawa sawa.
Lakini yale maneno bwana Oparanya ameongea kuhusu malipo kwa wakulima katika M-Pesa, hiyo ni mambo ambayo hatuwezi kuunga mkono, sababu hizo M-Pesa wanapelekea mtu pesa kwa M-Pesa. Wakulima wengine ni wazee sana, watoto wao watakuwa kichukua hizo simu zao, wanakuja wanatoa hizo pesa na akina mama hatakuwa kijua. Ya pili, wakipeleka pesa kwa bank tunaweza kupatiwa ile kitu tunaita loan, lakini kwa M-Pesa mkulima hawezi kupatiwa loan kwa akilipiwa pesa na M-Pesa.
M-Pesa hapana. Ikileta M-Pesa mafactory itaisha. Kwa hiyo hatutaki bali ya M-Pesa. Mafactory itaisha.
It is theoretically impossible kulipa mkulima wa kahawa na M-Pesa. The only advantage ni hiyo wanasema kulipa mkulima wa kahawa na M-Pesa. Lakini disadvantages are very many. One, wataua society zote.
Lakini nikuulize waziri, ukisema tutumiwe pesa kwa M-Pesa, nani atalipa stima ya kusiaga kahawa kwa factory? Nani atalipa? Ukinitumia pesa direct kutoka kwa mzungu, mimi naweza peleka pesa kwa factory? Wewe unaweza peleka? Wewe unaweza peleka?
And now, a budding journalist, Alvin Kaunda, had just landed his dream job at the Kenya Broadcasting Corporation, KBC. You probably remember him as the elephant reporter after one of his reports went viral across the globe when a baby elephant interrupted his report at an animal orphanage. Now, away from the public eye, Alvin has been battling a rare condition, adult onset Still's disease, a rare systemic autoimmune condition in which the white blood cells, instead of protecting the body, attacks it. In this report, Marie Yambo spoke to Alvin Kaunda as he shares his experience with this condition that has now forced him to slow down on his wildlife expeditions. Watch.
It's up to us to be guardians of our own natural world, save our wild...
This was Alvin Kaunda's first story after he landed an attachment opportunity at KBC. The report went viral across the globe with major international news outlets like CNN, BBC, Fox News, Al Jazeera, among others, running the story of the moment a baby elephant interrupts Alvin's report. Alvin Kaunda loved the wildlife, but he feared the days of his wildlife expeditions were over when he was incapacitated by a mysterious illness.
I noticed at night I would get I really sweat, like a lot of sweat, to a point where it looks like as if I'm wetting the bed. Then it got to a point where if I ate anything, my body will ache, the entire body. Everything was really painful.
as it progressed, he couldn't get out of bed.
After they did the test, it's when they were like, oh, we didn't find anything wrong, but we'll still put you on antibiotics. We think maybe it's an infection, so you'll be okay. Just take these antibiotics for the next 3 days, you'll be fine. But then nothing had changed. I was still sick.
A visit to a second hospital offered some glimmer of hope, and the results baffled the doctor.
How long do you say be like this? I told her, like, it's over a month now. Like, are you serious? This is very serious. This is something fatal.
Alvin was diagnosed with sepsis, a serious medical condition that occurs when the body's response to an infection causes widespread inflammation that can lead to tissue damage, organ failure, and potentially death. By now, Alvin had undergone over 20 tests in a rush to save his life.
They checked my heart, they checked my liver, kidneys, everything, and they still couldn't find.
He was discharged to manage the symptoms from home. During one of his very many outpatient visits, Alvin experienced an attack.
When I get an attack, I can't move. Like, you see, like now I can move my hands like this, but then when the episode comes, I freeze completely.
It would be his saving grace as the doctor witnessed firsthand the episodes and ordered for a ferrin test, a blood protein that contains iron. These tests can be used to find out how much iron the body stores.
Normal human being has the range ranges from 0 to 300, and mine was at 21,000. So the doctor was treating me also told me, like, yeah, it's very rare. My last patient was in 1998.
Still's disease is a violent immune reaction that affects just 1 in 100,000 people. Its cause is not known.
Rare condition, very difficult to diagnose, but it is thought that there could be some infective origin, something that attacks you, and then in an attempt to fight whatever it is, you start fighting yourself. So you raise antibodies towards your tissues, and therefore you get these fevers, lymphadenopathy, and various other manifestations that occur in this condition.
To bring his condition under control, Alvin relies on medication that tames his overreactive immune system.
Every Monday, I take 6 tablets of methotrexate at once.
Treatment generally, you give non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, then you give steroids, okay? These are steroid-sparing agents. They give you room to control the immunity as you reduce the steroids to the lowest minimum effective dose.
There is no cure for Still's disease, but it can go into remission, but there is no time frame for it.
Because it follows 3 patterns. There are a third of patients you'll put on treatment and they'll recover completely and never come again. There are a third which can remit and come back again after a year, come back after a year. But there are those who are relentless. They're just smoldering there. These are the ones who get complications of joint pains, destructive arthritis.
My biggest fear about this condition is that it might not go away.
For now, Alvin has had to adjust his life.
I have to put around 15,000 shillings every month for my medication and my upkeep, and also my diet, because remember, also the diet has to change.
To assist Alvin Kaunda, you can send your donation to 0707 879026. That is 0707 879026.
Right, and even as you continue to issue our very own Alvin Kaunda, the much-needed quick recovery, as stated there, you can send in your contribution to that number. As I reiterate, that is 0707 879026. Again, 0707 879026. That is where you can channel your contribution. That can go a long way to assist Alvin as he continues to manage this particular disease. Thank you so much, Marie Yambo, for that report. And now to some sporting action. World record holder Ruth Chepngetich has pulled out of the London Marathon along with defending champion Perez Jepchirchir. 30-year-old Chepngetich became the first woman to clock a sub-2 hour 10-minute time at the 2024 Chicago Marathon, but said she was not ready for next weekend's race. Compatriot Jep Chirchir, who won last year's London Marathon in a record time of 2 hours 16 minutes 16 seconds, will miss the race with an ankle injury. In the absence of Chepngetich and Chirchir, organizers have announced that their compatriot Vivian Cheriot will take a spot in the elite field. 41-year-old Cheriot has run the London Marathon 3 times, winning once in 2018.
She is champion once more. Look at the time, 67:26 unofficially for Paris Chepchirchir. But wow, did she have to work for it? Kipkemboi takes the silver medal, and it is indeed a 1-2-3 there with a hard-earned bronze medal for Relin Amangole to take 3rd place.
All right, and that's all the time we had for you this Saturday afternoon. We appreciate you so much for your valid company. This has been KBC Lunchtime News. I'm Doreen Arange. Byron Abule has been our sign language interpreter. Good afternoon.
Father, you will conceive and give birth to a son, and you will call his name Jesus.
The Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because he has chosen me to bring good news to the poor.
Not my will, however yours.
I understand that many have already hailed him as king.
Is it with a kiss that you betray the Son of Man?
Then take this cup from me. Not my will, however yours. Yours be done.
Are you the king of the Jews?
Kudimitwe
Dear girl child, mwanaume akikuja kwako amepata jiko, mwambie we ni gas na utampatia pressure.
Ananipenda leo kuliko jana.
Ajira ni swala wazi ama ni swala ambayo ni la hakika baada ya chuo kikuu. Je, ni kweli?
Ufisadi umekita mizizi katika nchi yetu, ambapo lazima mtu yoyote anapotafuta ajira lazima aweze kumonga au kumtilia pondo mwajiri ili aweze kupata ajira.
Unaweza kuwa umekamilisha chuo kikuu na ikawa nadra kujiajiri mwenyewe.
Nomino zinazozingatia sauti guna.
Nomino ni pa.
Jangwa.
Jangwa. Kanusha.
Sisi si wanafunzi wewe.
Upande wa darasa.
Sisi ndisi wanafunzi.
Umenoa.
I alone was just wondering who is that? Who is that beautiful lady? So I checked. I saw who it was.
Can we now be more, deeper friends?
The brother was kept in the cold, in the freezer for 3 months.
And here he is with a ring. And I was like, wow, okay.
The dad was a tough man. The first conversation I had with him, do you know what he said? Hii mchezo ya panya na paka sitaki. He took his bakora and I was out of the house running for dear life.
So I was there, I was ready, but I kind of didn't expect that.
I love you even more than we first met.
You are such a darling, such a good, caring husband.
Naam, hujambo mwanadunia popote ulipo, siku nyingine tena tunajumuika pamoja katika makala Dunia Wiki Hii. Maksudi ni kutembeze kote duniani, ni kupatie taswira kamili ya yale yote ambayo yanaibuka katika kipindi Dunia Wiki Hii. Kumbuka taarifa hizi zimeandaliwa na kuletwa kwako na shirika la utangazaji nchini KBC na shirika la Xinhua kutoka China. Katika makala ya juma hili